Today I have Tom Jauncey from Nautilus Marketing, premier SEO agency from London. He has a lot of things to share, a lot of experience, and I'm glad that Tom took out the time today. Tom, would you mind sharing more about yourself, what you do, and how long you've been in the SEO industry?
Amazing. Thanks for having me. Absolutely. So I went to drama school. So I'm not an SEO. I never went to university or anything like that. I actually went to drama school and was doing acting, had an agent, and then I had a few social media clients. It got really busy. So I was like, I don't want to do this acting stuff anymore. And then sort of transitioned to being a full service agency where we are today. So we're a team of 22. We're fully remote. We do everything from design through to development, to SEO, digital PR. We call ourselves nerds. So we build awesome relationships with our clients and do things a little bit differently to how other agencies do it, I guess.
Since you're a full-scale agency, seeing the trend and patterns of all the updates of AI over the years, because you've been dealing with clients that are doing paid ads and different kind of marketing channels, not just focusing on SEO. Over the last 2 years, what has the trend been with your clients? Are they focusing more on paid marketing or social media marketing, or are they still steady with SEO?
I think everyone says SEO is dead, and I see so many memes on LinkedIn about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, AI has been amazing. I use it every day. I love it so much. It's weird to think like what 2-3 years ago it never existed, and now like everything's run on AI. The clients that we work with, the majority don't just do SEO with us. They do ads or they do like socials as well. I personally believe like don't put all of your eggs in one basket. So we like to do other things with clients unless they're doing those other things internally. But I'd say SEO is very much still alive. Paid ads has its pros and cons, and so does the same with SEO. I think it just really depends on the client and what they want to achieve and sort of where they're at. Like startups, we do like minimal SEO and we focus more on ads for like growth rather than funneling everything through to SEO. So I guess it just depends on the client, really.
What kind of marketing pattern you see with different clients from different industry? You're working with startups, you're working with brick and mortar businesses, you're working with probably with e-com as well. Do you see a pattern that clients from a certain niche tend to spend more on?
We do a lot of work with like adult industries. So whether that be, I don't know, erectile dysfunction or men's health, you're very restricted in what you can do with ads, but the CPM is like ridiculously low.
Mm.
So I think having a good mixture of every different platform is a good way to go. I think ads serve a purpose in a sense of to get things done quickly. I mean, you can do the same with SEO, I guess, but it depends more rather than the niche. It depends where the business is at. So, for example, if clients are getting loads of referrals and they've never done any SEO in their life, it would be good to get them sort of on the rankings for SEO and start building that up, so we can sort of bring in a new funnel of leads. A lot of what we do is looking at holistically what the client is currently doing, where they're getting their leads, their traffic, their sales, and then see if we can like pivot off into other directions of, okay, they're doing SEO, but they're not doing digital PR. Let's build up their personal brand or their brand voice, their authority. They're not doing ads, so let's see if we can bring in some traffic that way. It's more of a looking at the whole picture, really, where the client is, where they want to be, and then what we can do in between to get it to work perfectly, I guess.
In terms of requests, do you see a pattern?
A lot of calls that we have, the clients have maybe some indication of what they want to do, but it might not be the right step for them at that present time. But the most of the calls we have are like, hey, this is the business, this is where we're at, like what can we do? Because we need to do this amount in turnover and stuff. I think marketing is like a whole kettle of fish, especially for like small, medium-sized business owners.
Yeah.
I think it can be like a massive, like, scary thing because they've built a business, they've got all the tech stuff there, they've got everything ready, but to actually bring people in, I think is a craft in itself. So yeah, some do, some don't. It's just educating them really to see what is actually best for them and what they can do to sort of succeed in that sense.
We're going to jump into some link building focused questions because that's what my channel and my audience is all about. So let's start with, what's your biggest issue with the current state of link building and link building agencies?
I think there are so many spammy links, like $20, $30 link. We do link building for our own clients. We do a mixture of guest posts, niche edits, as well as digital PR, which we launched maybe 2-3 months ago. Building links should be more of a natural process rather than, okay, we've got $1,000, let's just build so many $20 links. That's just absolutely going to no serve any value. So I think being strategic with the links that you do choose and making the content natural as if it was a normal post on the website rather than like a paid sponsorship or something we've done a lot of like big links for clients. There's always the no follow, do follow, does it make any difference? I don't think it does. We did some testing on our own website, which I love to do. So we did a load of digital PR links. Some were do follow, some were no follow. And the trajectory increase of our DR and our DA, it didn't matter if it was like do follow or no follow. But I'd say the biggest thing is like massive spammy links that just need to be abolished.
What's your take on digital PR? I know that's the biggest, hottest trend in link building right now. Everybody wants to get those, juicy DR 85 or even 90 plus backlinks. My two questions here. Do you think digital PR makes the rankings skyrocket after every single campaign? And the second, is it worth the investment? Because digital PR links don't come cheap.
Depends who you go to. If you go to us, it's not that expensive. But I think they have massive value, not just to a brand, not just to SEO, but also like personal brands as well. We do digital PR for me. I've been mentioned in Forbes, HubSpot. We had a whole feature on Shopify about us as well, which are massive publications. Some of them were just mentions. Some of them were do follow, no follow. But I think looking at the SEO perspective, they obviously work, right? No one needs to say if they do work or don't work. But I think the benefits of, from a business perspective, you can then say, I've been featured in Forbes, I've been featured in HubSpot. You can tie it into your marketing, into like a press page on your website, but then you can also build it into your personal brand. It can be used for social media content. So I think it's not just an SEO element. Yes, it helps with that, but I think the potential of digital PR for other stuff and helping with a sales process is so valuable.
And is it a safe practice for building backlinks just using digital PR approach for rankings point of view?
I think I love the whole analogy of like not putting all of your eggs in one basket. And I think the same with like links, having a mixture of natural, authoritative, like guest posts, a few niche edits, and digital PR is like a good way to go. I would always lean more towards digital PR because it's more natural. The reason why digital PR does so well is because journalists aren't allowed to have opinions. So they have to go to experts to give that advice and to give that commentary. So there's always going to be requests. I think it's getting a lot more popular now, like in the last year or 2 years or so than it was before. But yeah, I don't think it's going to go anywhere soon. I love it. It's exciting.
Let's say if a client comes to you with $2,000 budget per month just for building backlinks for the next 6 months, right? That's their budget. What would you suggest or recommend them in terms of link building strategy?
I'd say depending where they are in terms of SEO and like with their website and stuff, off the top of my head, our basic digital PR package is like $1,000, like £950. So I'd definitely do that. And then I'd build in a couple of high authority guest posts with some good content, and not AI content, actually human written content, and sort of get juicy with the content that you're writing. I think budget's always an interesting question because I guess it's relative to the business. Like some clients that we work with, that budget would suit perfectly well. Whereas with other clients that we do work with that are a lot bigger and want to achieve more in a short space, I think it probably needs to increase. But I'd say a split of a basic digital PR package, 2 to 4 links, some guest posts, maybe a couple of niche edits if you can, but just staying away from those $20 spammy links.
And are there any niches where you guys find it challenging to build backlinks? I mean, you guys are working in a tough niche already. You are in the adult niche. Are there any niches where you face challenges, difficulties building?
There are limited requests for, like, if we talk about expert commentary, like gambling, crypto, and adult, but they are there. They're just not very frequent. But then the problem that you have is because they aren't very frequent, there are so many pitches. So then you need to kind of stand out a little bit with the pitch that you're sending. I don't know, make it a little bit funny, make it a bit more engaging for the journalist that has a look and reads it. And also getting there first. We did so many tests with when we were applying to like quotes that journalists want. If we reply within like the first 1 to 2 hours, we have a really high success rate of getting featured. But anything else after that, you've got like 10 people that have already pitched. Some of them probably won't be very good, but I think it's all about getting there first as well.
So let's talk about some of the lesser known link building strategies. Are there any link building strategies apart from your regular link insertion, guest posts, or digital PR strategies that you think are underutilized or maybe not many people know about it?
I'll be that person that says parasite SEO. Obviously, like Charles does that amazingly well. They've launched like an amazing software recently. I think you've always got the thing of like black hat, grey hat, white hat. And I think as long as you do things in a right way that's natural for users, I don't see an issue with it. Parasite SEO is fab for like affiliate stuff. The good thing about SEO is like no one really knows what works and what doesn't work unless they do testing. There's always new things that are coming in that people can sort of test and try. Parasite, I guess, is becoming a lot more popular recently in like the last, I don't know, 2 years or so. But I think you'll always have the foundations of your guest posts and your link insertion.
I'm assuming you're the founder of the agency?
Yeah, so myself and my partner Jake both own Nautilus. Jake joined the business just before COVID. So we sort of co-founded when we had a massive growth spurt and period. So yeah, me and Jake. But I'm the face. Jake doesn't really like doing stuff like this.
Since you established such a massive company, what are your suggestions or thoughts about establishing a 7-figure agency without establishing a personal brand? A lot of people don't want to put up their face in front, and a lot do. There are pros and cons of both. But let's start with, is it possible to establish a 7-figure agency without a personal brand, especially in the SEO or marketing field?
In business in general, I'd say yes. Within SEO, link building, that kind of space, because it's so competitive, I think you have to, or be different to stand out. I've posted on my LinkedIn like consistently for years. I've got like 17,000 followers or something ridiculous just by like posting funny content of this client or this discovery call or this project and stuff like that. And owning a business, which I think a lot of people can relate to, especially like SEOs and entrepreneurs that own SEO agencies that own their own brand. I think it is really important going to conferences, getting your face out there, building up those connections and networking, and doing all of your personal branding stuff. So whether that be LinkedIn, YouTube, video, digital PR, I think it adds just so many bolts onto you as a person. We were saying just before we started recording about like going to conferences and networking and stuff. It's just you're in a room that everyone is doing the same thing as you. SEO and marketing in general can be a very isolated industry. So having people that are engaged and you can become friends with, obviously that builds to relationships, business. The conference we just went to, we got like 3 leads from doing tequila shots and just talking about SEO. And we're now going to be working with them. So I love a personal brand. Personal branding is so important. I have a podcast and a YouTube channel. I do digital PR for us. When I go on discovery calls, people are like, oh, I watched your video on this. Or so you kind of done like the pre-sales and they know who you are. So it makes your sales calls a lot easier because they already know, oh, this is Tom. He does this. This is roughly what he charges. And this is how they can help. You've done the hard bit really before.
Do you think founders or CEOs getting on discovery calls makes it much better to convert a lead than rather a sales guy getting on the discovery call?
Depends how good the sales guy is.
That's a good point, yeah.
Me and Jake take a lot of calls, but then we also have business developers and like appointment setters that take calls as well. If things are more complicated, then I tend to jump on the call just because I find it quite fun. I nerd out and geek out and all that kind of stuff. But if you have good salespeople that understand your business, your USPs and how you sort of stand out from competitors and are good at what they do, there will always be a small marginal difference. But I think as long as your sales team are good, there shouldn't really be any reason not to.
Tips for freelancers, let's say in the SEO industry or link industry. What would be your number one advice? What should they do to grow their business?
Personal branding and networking, and then delegating things that are taking up too much of your time, because then you can focus more on strategy. So let's say, for example, if you're doing all the strategy, all the link building, all the outreach yourself, I'd suggest bringing in, I don't know, a virtual assistant or something to help with your outreach, someone to pay invoices and stuff like that. Because when I first started out on my own, you literally have to do everything, right? You have to do your accounts, you have to do your marketing, you have to do the sales calls, you have to do the project management, you have to do literally everything. So I think outsourcing and delegation, probably number one. And then networking and engaging with others within your field, seeing how you can help each other. There are so many SEOs, web developers that refer work to us because we have a good relationship. Whether they're too busy, the client's too small, the client's too big, they can't handle it. And that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't been at those conferences or I hadn't jumped on those networking stuff. So yeah, networking, outsourcing.
I love how you mentioned brand, building a personal brand and networking right on top. And that definitely makes a huge difference. I can agree that, our top clients, I would say 90% of them have come through being at events and meeting them face to face at conferences.
Yeah, because people buy from people, right? So when you're at conferences whether you're having a gin and tonic or having a dance or, just seeing each other for dinner, you can build that relationship and that rapport that you might not be able to do on a Zoom call, and you get to know. So people buy from people, and that's the number one thing really, isn't it?
Since you're doing digital PR also and a bunch of other methods of building backlinks, are there any specific tools that you just can't live without for your link building department?
ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT. Quoted is great for digital PR. Featured, Harrow, well, now Connectively. There's so many different tools to do so many different things nowadays. Like you've got Ahrefs, you've got SEMrush, you've got so many different tools that pretty much do the same thing. So I think finding a tool that works best for you and your ways of working. We use Monday.com, which is the brain of our agency. Like everything is on Monday. All of our client projects, my to-do list is on Monday. So staying organized with that kind of stuff too it just makes me happy.
How do you utilize ChatGPT for your link building department apart from restructuring the pitches or the email templates? Any other tips for utilizing ChatGPT for link building side of things?
I think the good thing about ChatGPT is you can literally train it to do anything. We use it, like you said, for like changing up emails when we're doing outreach or adding a slight humor to different pitches that we're sending. I really love to use it just as like a sounding board. So if I have an idea, I'm like, okay, could this work or could this work? I'm using it more than Google, which probably Google doesn't like at all.
And I love that you guys are using Monday, a project management tool. I've seen a lot of link agency owners, like in my friend circle, still on spreadsheets. But man, we use ClickUp, but man, once we got onto ClickUp, there's so many things we don't miss now.
Absolutely.
It's just so organized. And what I love is these tools are also great for brainstorming as well.
Yeah. We used to use Trello, but it kept going down.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to like put in custom automations. I think ClickUp and Monday are very similar.
Very similar, yeah.
But within Monday, you can add like custom automations. You can send emails from it. It's just so cool because you can build out different flows for like different things. It reminds people of reporting dates, and it's just a great way to keep everything concise. I used to use spreadsheets too. All of my accounts when I was first freelancing were on a spreadsheet, and I used to take my little spreadsheet to my accountant and be like, can you do this? And he was like, what the hell? And then we moved over to an accounting software. So yeah, but you have to start somewhere, right? It works up well.
Absolutely, yeah. These are small things that make a huge difference, that makes you grow from 3 to 5x, right?
Absolutely.
Just small tweaks that bring major differences. And it happens not by sending more emails, but organizing your process.
Absolutely. And having like SOPs as well really, really helps. So all of our outreach team have a specific SOP that we do. The same for digital PR, the same for like SEO onboardings and stuff. So building out documentation that when you do hire other people, instead of you sitting down with them for like 12 hours showing them everything you do, you can record looms, you can use Google Docs, just plan out everything you do, even if you are a freelancer or just on your own with a couple of freelancers working with you. Because then people can pick those straight up. They know exactly how you work. You don't need to worry about training people to a T because they've got the information already there with them.
How do you keep your outreach team motivated with different KPIs and to test different things and to hit targets or finish campaigns on time? There's so many things involved. And sometimes I feel, especially for emailers, all they're doing, day in, day out is sending out emails. It's kind of, the task can look, mundane or redundant at times. How do you keep them motivated, charged up, besides just, giving them bonuses?
Obviously that helps, but we like to keep things fun. So like when we do outreaching, we send like memes and stuff in emails as well. So that obviously has a fun element, not just from an outreach perspective, but I think like a team culture perspective too. Mm-hmm. I think that's so important because it helps with people's work. I mean, we're a fully remote company. We have some of the team in the UK, we have some in South Africa. That's like a 12-hour flight and 1-2 hour time difference. So to keep that nice team culture, we have like a weekly team call where we just chat about random stuff and gossip. We flew in all of our team to the UK recently and had like a massive team building week where we did some cool games. South Africans love to drink, like even more than me. So we went out, did some really cool stuff. But then we had an amazing brainstorming session where we just went through loads of stuff about the business, how people can think, how things can be improved and stuff like that. So having a good team culture, I would say, helps with the more admin-y based stuff anyway, because we're all here to work. Sometimes it's not the most fun thing to do. But if you're in a cool company that has a good culture, has a laugh and stuff, I think it makes the whole thing just so much easier.
Any books or podcasts that have really helped you in your entrepreneurial journey?
I read a book years ago called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, I think. Changed my life.
The Secret?
It's basically a premise like the law of attraction,
okay.
Like asking, giving, and receiving. It's really, really good. So it's a weird book when you start reading it, but I just love it. What else? I'm not really a book person. I like more like history books and learning from Greek invaders and stuff like that. But yeah, just keep learning. I think that's the most important thing, right? Going to conferences, listening to talks.
My last question, do you think Search GPT will take over Google in the next 5 years?
Yes, but I think Google's not going to go anywhere, right? I mean, everybody uses it. I think it will just become more and more popular, and optimizing for that, I think, will become more of a trending thing in the next couple of years or so.
True. That's what I want to believe as well. Google is not a small company.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like they've built out their own like AI bot and stuff too. So you never know what's under Google's hat, right? So we'll soon see.
I wouldn't be surprised if one day Google ends up buying ChatGPT as well. They have so much power, right?
There you go. Mark that, because you might have predicted what might happen.
Right, right. Hey, Tom, thanks for your time. What's the best way for our listeners to stay in touch? What's the best way for them to follow you?
I'm trying to get back into Twitter. I have a very love-hate relationship with it. So LinkedIn is probably the best.
Thanks again, Tom. Really appreciate it. Learned a bunch today, and I'm sure our listeners will enjoy listening to what you've shared as well.
Amazing. Thanks so much for having me, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.